They were always different, not just in how they thought, but in how they felt, how they sensed patterns, how they saw behind people's words. But for rare minds, the deep intuitives, INFJ, INFP, INTJ, and INTP, this difference didn't come with a manual. It came with confusion, isolation, pain. Because when their minds move through the world like a radar in the fog, they don't just see reality, they see through it. And the hardest truths? You won't find them in books. You only learn them through experience, usually after it's too late. Here are 10 brutal truths most deep intuitives learn only when life pushes them to the edge. But maybe, if you're hearing them now, you'll be one of the rarest minds to discover them before it's too late. Number 7 will hit hardest. Let's begin. 1. People don't want truth, they want comfort. Deep intuitives think, if I explain it clearly, they'll understand. Wrong. Understanding requires readiness. Most people aren't ready. The twist, speaking truth too early makes you the enemy. 2. They mirror others so well, they risk losing sight of themselves. Deep feelers have a gift for reading emotions and meeting people where they are. They adapt, they protect harmony, they hold space. But after years of this, they wake up with no voice of their own, just echoes of what everyone else needed them to be. 3. Intelligence without boundaries is self-destruction. INTJs and INTPs think, if it makes sense, I can handle it. But here's what they learned too late. Not all toxicity is irrational. Some people weaponize your own clarity against you. Truth without boundaries just makes you an open target. 4. Their silence is misread as weakness until it becomes power. They don't speak quickly. They observe, reflect, wait. In a loud world, people feel that silent, cold, passive, doesn't care. But here's the truth. Silence alone can turn into isolation. Only when they integrate their vision, their depth, does that silence transform into sovereignty. 5. Their inner world is a superpower if they stop hiding in it. Deep intuitives can live entire lives inside their minds. Ideas, visions, possibilities, it's safe there. But if they stay too long, they disconnect from reality. The turning point? When depth stops being a wall and becomes a bridge. 6. They absorb energy like a sponge, but no one teaches them to squeeze it out. INFJs and INFPs walk into a room and feel everything. Tension, insecurity, hidden grief. But empathy without energetic hygiene becomes burnout. They carry pain that doesn't even belong to them. 7. They see red flags early, but rationalize them away. They notice inconsistencies fast. They feel when something's off. But instead of trusting it, they analyze it to death. Maybe I'm overthinking. The paradox? Their most precise judgments feel irrational at first. Intuition isn't the opposite of logic. It's the logic of the unseen. 8. People love their insight, but not their humanity. Deep intuitives become containers for others' growth. They give clarity, hold pain, offer guidance. In return, they're admired, but not loved, not fully, not vulnerably. They feel like a mirror, but never the person being seen. 9. Their standards are sacred, but loneliness makes them question everything. Deep intuitives want resonance, not just connection. They'd rather wait years for the right person than settle for shallow company. But the weight gets heavy. The doubts creep in. Maybe I'm too much. The truth? They were never too much. They were just rare. 10. Their mind was never the problem. It just wasn't designed for surface living. Society says, be practical, be fast, be normal. But deep intuitives don't thrive on the surface. They think in symbols, feel in layers. That's not dysfunction. It's design. Most realize this only after trying to fit in for too long. Now tell me, which of these truths hit you the hardest? Drop your number in the comments. I read every single one, and you'll probably see you're not the only rare mind who felt that way. And that brings us to the heart of it. These 10 truths aren't just lessons, they're turning points. Each one is a reminder that what felt like weakness was never weakness at all. It was the weight of living deep in a shallow world. Most deep intuitives spend years asking, what's wrong with me? Here's the truth. Nothing was wrong. They were asking the right questions in a world that wasn't ready to answer them. But now, they're not alone. The more they trust their timing, own their depth, and protect their energy, the more they stop apologizing for who they are. If this hit different, subscribe. And always remember, the world may have never taught deep intuitives how to live. But here, your language is spoken. You are finally home. Thanks for being here, Rare Mind. See you in the next one. Take care.